There we go. We are live. Welcome, Taga. Taga is back with me. Good to see you, Taga. And welcome to this class, whether you are on demand or with us live, like Taga are. Make sure to join your first live class now. It's so much more fun when we are doing this live. This is endurance game. Guys, welcome. We got 45 minutes ahead of us. My name is Oliver, sitting in Copenhagen, Denmark. I'm ready to get started. Last week I was sick all week, so I had zero Motosumo classes, because maybe you can hear it in my voice still. I'm all good now, but you can still hear it a little bit, but I'm just ready to get going. So if you are as well, Taga, are you ready to get going? Sorry about that. Taga, are you ready? There you go. Let's get this party started. Go ahead and loosen up all of that resistance on your bike. And then add just a little bit. This is what we call resistance 1. Exactly, Taga. Taga is ready to get going. Resistance 1 should feel like a nice, easy, flat road. We do have 4 resistances here in Motosumo. Resistance 1, easiest one. Just simply chilling. And if you go ahead and look down on your app, in the bottom of your app, you'll see a number, which is your RPM, rounds per minute, aka how fast we are moving those legs underneath us. So that number is your RPMs, and you'll see a half circle above that decides what zone you are in. So if you go ahead and move your feet in between 90 and 100 RPMs, that half circle hopefully will turn yellow. The app will do this for you. The app detects it all, so don't you worry, not all, but your RPMs. That would be creepy if it detected all. Just your RPMs. So in between 90 and 100 RPMs, that's the yellow zone. Taga is spot on, already in yellow. He knows what's up. 1 minute is up. Add resistance 1, yellow zone. Have you been watching some Nations League, Taga, this weekend? I know Taga is into soccer, or football as we call it in Europe. Yeah, you have? I know England played yesterday. I'm excited because Denmark beat France, the world champions, 2-0 on home soil. Denmark is on fire, absolutely on fire. I don't know, England played Germany yesterday, I think, didn't they? I think they played Germany, if I don't remember quite wrong. Yeah, they did. And did they win? If they won, I don't know if they won. If they won, Taga, show me a thumbs up. Did England win? No, I don't think so. All right. 3, 2, 1, and that was it for the yellow zone. Now we go down into green zone. Green zone is in between 70 and 85. Taga, we will get back to the football talk, don't you worry. Green zone is in between 70 and 85 RPMs, and you can add a little bit of resistance. We are going into resistance 2, ladies and gentlemen. Taga, we need some energy today, because I do know it's early morning in the UK as well, and it's early morning in Denmark, so we need the energy going. We need to get excited, get pumped up, and we're gonna do that by hitting resistance 2, green zone. So go ahead, add on resistance. Resistance 2, green zone, in between 70 and 85 RPMs. Once again, we're gonna do a minute, so easy. Resistance 2, green zone, this is also what we call the endurance zone here in Motosumo. And because this is an endurance game, right? Which means so we're gonna do some longer pushes, building up that stamina today. So we're gonna use resistance 2, green zone quite a lot. We're gonna do some long pushes in this state. And to be honest, this shouldn't be that hard. This is a 5 out of 10. You should be able to hold this for quite a long time. But you will get to hold it for quite some time, so don't you worry. It will get hard, get tough in the end. Don't you worry about that. Taga knows that. He joined me a couple of weeks ago. I think it was this specific ride as well. So he knows what's up. 3, 2, 1. There you go, Target. All right, we are going down into the blue zone. Blue zone is in between 50 and 65 RPM. So that means if you look at my legs, they're spinning slowly. But this is too easy at resistance 2. So the way we're gonna do it, once again, raise that resistance, going into resistance 3. Go ahead, add on resistance, going into resistance 3. This one should feel like riding in mud or hitting a small incline, where resistance 2 is more of a flat road headwind, sand, gravel feeling. This one is a mud feeling. Or maybe going a bit uphill, just on a little hill, not a mountain, just a hill. And we are in between 50 and 65, that's the blue zone. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the longest song ever. Let's get this party started. All right, I'm gonna put it up a notch. There we go. Let's get this party started. So Taga, was it a draw yesterday? No, not a draw either. Yeah, it was a draw, okay. Well, I mean, that's all right for England, isn't it? I mean, I can't really talk that much because England did beat Denmark in extra time at the European Championships in the semi-finals last year. But I mean, it was a close match at Wembley. I mean, Denmark is doing quite well at the moment. All people in Denmark is talking about we're gonna take the World Cup now. And that's true. Because we beat France 2-0 and almost won our Nation League group. Crazy. Alright, Target, if you are ready, let's stand up. Right now, guys, we are sitting in position 1. But we do have 2 positions here in Motosumo. The other position is standing up. So when you are ready, stand up with me for 30 seconds. Let's stand up. Try to hit that beat. There you go. We just hold the blue zone. There you go. Awesome job. Hold it, guys. And I promise it's not gonna be all football talk today. We do have people with us on demand as well. So Targa, I think they'll find it quite annoying if the 2 of us is gonna talk football all class long. Then 45 minutes is a long ride. Just being like, when are they gonna shut up with that football talk? Oh. All right, still in blue, guys. We're gonna do it one more time. One more stand up. Are you ready? Let's get this. 3, 2, 1. Stand up with me. There you go. Woo! I still feel it, and you can hear it. I still feel it in my throat, but I'm completely healthy now. Otherwise, I wouldn't be on the bike. I promise you that. It's just the season. Targa knows that as well, because UK is really, really cold as well, and just gray and rainy. All right, guys, we are loosening up on the resistance, going back down into resistance 1, green zone. Resistance 1, green zone. This is our recovery zone. So every time we've done a big effort, and a big effort today is gonna be a long effort. We're not going for those high spikes. We're not doing red zone that much. We're not doing resistance 4 that much. We're gonna do it for a while, but not that much today, because this is about longer pushes today. So our biggest effort today is gonna be a long stretch, and I'll explain it while we go. But afterwards, I will promise you that we're gonna hit resistance 1, right, like we at right now, and green zone just chilling. We got 30 more seconds of enjoyment in green zone resistance 1. A good idea for 45 minutes of endurance ride is this one, a towel, especially when you are sweating as much as I am. And when you are sweating as much as I am, you're gonna need this one as well. It's gonna come in handy. If you don't know what it is, it's not a weapon, it's a water bottle. You're gonna need it as well. All right, 5 seconds. Go ahead, add on a little bit of resistance. Going into resistance 2, we're gonna stay in green zone. Because right now we've been through resistance 1, 2, and 3. We've been through the blue, the green, and the yellow zone. So what I want us to taste briefly now is that red zone. That's the highest zone we have here at Motosumo. It's in between 110 and 130 RPMs. So that means producing a lot of RPMs. We're gonna go there for 30 seconds at a time, just a couple of times now, just to taste it briefly. Targa, are you ready? Are you awake? Are you still sitting sleeping on the bike? Targa is absolutely ready. He just sent in rockets ready, because the rocket is fueled. It's ready to take off. Targa is ready to take off. I'm ready as well, so why not take 30 seconds of red zone coming up in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Personally, I'm targeting 120 RPMs going into the red zone. That's the middle of the red zone. There you go, Targa, spot on. On point, like the last time. Three, 2, 1. Dropping back down into green. Back down into green. We're gonna do it one more time. One more time, Targa. Find the rhythm in green. Because in 10 seconds, we're gonna do it again. Get that heart rate under control. And 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds. Last 30 seconds for now. All the way now. 120, red zone. "15 seconds. Hold it, let the music play out. We're gonna stop with the music, so that means we're gonna keep on going for 5 more seconds. And we got 3, 2, 1. And resistance 1, green zone. Guys, we've been through all the zones. We've been through blue, green, yellow, and red zone. We are still missing one thing inside this warm-up before we are proper ready to get started. We're already pretty warm. We've been through it all, but we're still missing resistance 4. Resistance 4, the highest amount of resistance that we have here in Motosumo. It's gonna feel like hitting a really, really steep mountain. A really, really steep mountain. The way we're gonna do it is by going down into the blue zone for 2 minutes. So imagine hitting the steepest mountain you ever been on. We're gonna stay there for 2 minutes, and then we're gonna descend, and then we got some long efforts coming up. Targa, are you confident? Ready to hit those mountains? All right. There you go, Targa. Exactly. Trophies all the way. Go ahead, add on resistance. Going in to resistance 4. Look at my legs, they start to move slow. Find the right amount of resistance, which equals resistance 4. I'm right about here, just a little bit more. There you go. And find the blue zone. And when you are in blue, Targa, I'm gonna start the timer of 2 minutes, because we are officially on this mountain. This 2-minute mountain. I seriously need to wipe my nose soon. Do you know that feeling, Targa, when you've been sick for a week and then you're completely good, but you still got some, like, I don't know what it's called, just the system is just like dripping. So when you are working out afterwards, your nose just keeps on. It's so annoying. But honestly, I'm just really happy to be here. Really happy to be here with Tiger. Last time we had us at football talk as well. Welcome, Breers Rider. I'm gonna call you the V Rider. Welcome. You just arrived for the last 30 minutes. And we are at resistance 4. Resistance 4, we got 50 more seconds. We're gonna get all the way to that mountaintop. And then we got some long efforts coming up. We are in blue zone. It's pretty much, there he left. The V Rider that was a sprint, not a ride. 30 seconds. All right, Tiger, for the last 20 seconds, we're gonna stand up all the way to that mountaintop. Let's get it, come on. Come on with me, all the way to the top now. Now, your nose should feel it as well. Or your core temperature should get up there, because we're gonna get all the way to the top. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Sit back down. Loosen up resistance. Resistance 1. Green zone. Descending. Downhill. I'm gonna put on a 1-minute timer. Oh, that's gonna be a green timer, cause it's the green zone resistance 1. And perfect timing to have a little cheers. Cheers, Tiger. Thank you for joining today. We got less than 30 minutes, and coming up is some long pushes. Long pushes as advertised. So good. Cheers, Tiger. Dripping already. The best way to start your day is a Motosumo ride. You can't argue. Honestly, you can't argue. There you go. All right. 12 more seconds, and in 10, we're gonna add on resistance, hitting our first big effort of the day. In 3, 2, slowly add on resistance. Going into resistance 2, we're gonna stay in green zone. But look now, look at the top of your screen. I'm gonna put on a timer. It's not just a timer. It's a 5-minute timer. Green zone, resistance 2. I'm gonna make sure that you'll get tired now, Tiger. One thing I will promise you, besides from the two of us having fun in the end of this ride, is that you're gonna feel tired. I'm gonna get those legs tired, and the easiest and fastest way to get legs tired is by sprinting. Hitting those hard efforts, doing fast and fun ride, red zone. But one of the most effective way, it might take longer time, is by pushing them for a long period. Not high intensity, not necessarily high resistance, but just keep on going, not many breaks, one long push, eating into that fat storage. So we don't burn any carbohydrates. We are able to burn fat, or at least use fat as fuel. And as an Ironman athlete, this is what we train a lot, because the way you're gonna be really good at that is just training at low intensity for long periods of time until you feel that fatigueness in your legs. And that fatigueness, that's exactly the feeling we are going for today. We're gonna spike it a couple of times into red, but mostly we're gonna use these longer pushes where there's no breaks. You just focus on being around 80 RPMs right now, around 80 RPMs, and just keep on going. Finding a good flow right here. If you want, close your eyes. If not, look at me, smiling, send me some emojis, just having fun. Because that's what we're here for. Are you going to work after this one, Tiger? or not? Yeah, you are. All right. Because morning rides, they are. Now I'm gonna say something a bit controversial. I don't know if that's controversial, but as an instructor, I should not say this maybe. But I mean it in a good way. Because the morning rides is the worst, but it's the best as well. And what I mean by that is when you wake up in the morning. For example, I wake up at 5:30 in the morning these Tuesdays because I have classes, so I'm gonna bike to work. Today was raining and it was dark outside when I woke up. To be honest, I didn't necessarily feel like doing the classes. I was more like, whew, I gotta get the system started. So tired. But when you're up and then you come to the studio, you get on your bike. I think it's the same that goes for you, Tage. It might be hard just getting on that bike, but as soon as you're on the bike, it's not that bad. It is actually really, really nice, and especially afterwards, they are the best. Because you're never gonna have, okay, that's maybe a hard promise to give, but I've never had a bad day after a morning Motosumo ride, and that's honesty. Just getting the body moving, and to be honest, health is one thing, but also just what it does for your mental state, your mental health. I just tend to be so much more positive during the day when I've had a class in the morning, or it might not even be a class. It could be just a little run, a swim session, a little bike ride, or even a walk can do it sometimes. And Tage feels like Superman. Was that for me or for you, Tage? Or both of us? Both of us are absolutely Superman. But we already won. We already won because we showed up. That's really what it's about. All right, Tage, we just almost did 5 minutes of green zone. Look at that, time is just flying by. It's because I'm talking that much. Just tell me to be quiet, Oliver. Be quiet. How come you always talk? I just want to have fun with you, Tage. All right. In 5 seconds, what's gonna happen now? I know this one's gonna be a tough one. We are staying at resistance 2, but we are rising or increasing our RPMs, going into the yellow zone. And I want you just above yellow because this one is gonna be a bit hard. So in between 90 and 95, just low end of the yellow zone. And I'm gonna do the same thing. Right now, I'm gonna do the same thing. Put on a timer of 5 minutes, Tage. 5 minutes in yellow, straight array. Which is gonna make this push a plus 10 minutes push. But we're gonna get through it. I don't know about you, but sweat is officially arrived. Has officially arrived. Woo. But it's all good. It's all good. Just want to stay positive. Don't look too much on that time. I know it's hard because it's on the screen. And if you look at me while I talk, it's quite hard to not see the time. But then just don't look at me. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. But try to. You'll be like, I need to look at him. He's so ugly. I can't imagine. I can't even understand how that's possible. Is that a real human being? No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully that's not what you're thinking. I'm just kidding. I don't know why I say that kind of weird stuff. All right, we got 3 minutes and 50 seconds. And I just told you not to worry about the time, and now I'm screaming the time out loud. Good job, Oliver. Let's go, Tage. We got this. You were not even into Premier League teams, so the talk we had last time about football made absolutely zero sense. I was like, maybe you support that team, maybe you support that team. And all of them were in the Premier League. But then You're not even supporting teams in Premier League. Look at that. So weird. I was just talking about Chelsea and Manchester United and stuff like that. And for the people on demand, Taka showed me on Instagram what kind of teams he supports in England. And to be honest, which is pretty embarrassing, I can't even remember what 2 teams it was right now. But he's a true football supporter. Love it. We are halfway. Keep it going, guys. And if you want to focus on your technique while you go, there is definitely some power to gain, which means there's energy to reserve if you got the right technique on your pedals. So a small drill I want you to focus on, if you want, for the next 2 minutes is to having a round pedal stroke. So that means that we are pulling just as much as we are pushing. And a good way of doing that is to imagine that you have something underneath your feet, that you, each time you pedal, you want to wipe off the floor. So imagine you have something you want to wipe off the floor. So you're gonna do this moving when the pedal is down, and that will give you a more round pedal stroke, because then you'll tend to pull more. Do you know what I mean, Taka? Just a round pedal stroke. You can also imagine that you have an egg. Yeah, an egg underneath your foot. In between your foot and your clamps, or your foot and the pedals, there's an egg. So imagine that each time you push, you can't push too hard because you don't want that egg to break. That will also help you having a more round pedal stroke. So try to focus on that for the next 1 minute. And guys, even though I do triathlons professionally, I do these technical drills as well. They are so important, because you don't want to lose any power. Or not lose, but you don't want to have, you want to utilize all the power you have in your legs and get it into the pedals. That's really what it's about. And if you don't care about that, then just put on a smile and have fun and just forget all the shit I just said. I'm gonna stop cursing. I'm gonna stop cursing. Now I've cursed 2 times. That's just a bad habit. I hope you're okay, Taka. All right, 10 more seconds. Okay, how we're gonna finish this long effort off is by a 30-second sprint in 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds into the red zone is absolutely last part of this long effort. Just giving it a last before we are recovering. Taka, get up there. Give it all now. Just push a 10 out of 10 right now. I want it all out. Get those legs tired. Feeling the fatigueness. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And back down into resistance 1. Woo. Resistance 1, green zone. That was what we call a long effort. How do you like it, Taka? You good? Good job, amazing job actually. 1 more minute of recovery, 60 seconds. Whew. You're not as tired as I am? I'm absolutely cooking. That was a 11, 12 minutes straight effort, which that's a long one. I think that's the longest effort I've ever done in a Motosumo class. Not that I've ever done, I mean, an Ironman is 180 kilometers, that's one long effort. But I mean, and it doesn't take 12 minutes, I can promise you that. All right, Taka, I do feel like the 2 of us gonna race. Now we've done a long endurance push and we're gonna race for 2 minutes, which is a long push as well. We're gonna do it at resistance 3 if you are up for it. If you are up for it, if not, completely fine. But if you're up for a little race, you are up for it, that's fine, then we're doing it. Otherwise, I'll have other things planned for us, so it's only if you like it. And I think you do, because you just sent me some thumbs up. So what we're gonna do is finding resistance 3. So slowly find resistance 3, and I'm gonna get ready to put on a race of 2 minutes. We're gonna measure it in meters, not yards. There you go. And target, if you are ready, on your marks, get ready. And you can decide whether you are standing or sitting up. You can do it all. Just push as much as you can for 2 minutes. In 3, 2, 1. The game is on the way. I'm gonna start with a sprint just to get the pedals moving. And remember, right now 2 minutes is a really, really long push. So we want to be able to hold it all the way. We don't want to stop with 1 minute to go. Finding a good rhythm that you can hold, and you can always finish off with a sprint for the last 20 seconds if you got more to. Good job, Tara. We are really, really close by each other. I think this one is gonna get decided in a sprint match. 1 minute to go. Holding green zone, both of us. We are at resistance 3. That's a really, really good job if we're able to hold that for 2 minutes straight. 45 seconds. Increase a little bit if you can for the last 35 seconds. Increase until 10 seconds to go where we sprint. We are head to head, neck to neck. Really, really close by each other. 20 seconds. Target is in yellow. Officially entered yellow. I'm still in green, and we got a 10-second sprint. Both of us are in yellow now. 5, all the way now. 3, 2, 1, and loosen up resistance. Loosen up resistance going into resistance 1. Green zone. Woo! How about that, Tiger? I think that's it for the race today. We want to get all the way through today's class. Amazing job. Tiger, I'm not gonna lie. I went all out right there. You pushed me absolutely to my limit. So amazing job with that. I don't know what's the age gap between the two of us, but I'm quite sure I'm the young side. So that was amazing job. Honestly, good job. Not that you look old, Tiger. Now I got myself into problems, I feel like. No, seriously, Tiger, amazing job. Good job, man. All right, 1 more minute, resistance 1, green zone, before we hit the final effort of the day. The final effort of the day is gonna be in this class. I'm looking for a specific word, but it's just what I'm trying to explain is gonna fit precisely into the concept of this class, because the last 10 minutes is gonna be one long push. We're not gonna do 5 minutes at the time, don't you worry about that, we are done with that. But it's gonna be a 10 minutes build or 8 minutes build, because we're gonna chill for the last 2 minutes. An 8 minutes build all the way up. We've done this last time, Tiger. We're gonna build up on either RPMs or resistance. So that means we are starting off slow, not that hard. Resistance 1, green zone like we're at right now. Then we're adding on resistance or RPMs. I'm gonna explain it while we go, as long as you are ready to rock and roll, Tiger. Are you that? You are ready. Let's do this. We got 10 minutes of this class to go. What I want you to do right now, Target, is entering yellow zone. Stay at resistance 1. We are at resistance 1, but we're gonna enter yellow. We just wanna do just a little bit of effort at resistance 1. Yellow zone in between 90 and 100 RPMs for the next, what we're gonna say, 60 seconds. 60 seconds in between 90 and 100 RPMs. In between 90 and 100. And when these 60 seconds has passed, we're gonna take 60 seconds in between 100 and 110 RPMs. That's still the yellow zone, but it is the top end of the yellow zone. Right now we are in the low end of yellow. We are still at resistance 1. Woo, Targa, you nearly killed me right there. That was one tough battle. Also because that's the great thing about racing, exactly. That's the great thing about racing, because normally I can tell you guys to do 2 minutes effort if we want to go 10 out of 10, but you just push yourself much harder when we are neck to neck like we just were. All right, going in between 100 and 110 RPMs for 60 seconds. We are above 100 RPMs, but not in red. We're still in yellow, in between 100 and 110. That's the absolutely high end of the yellow zone at resistance 1. What I was saying is that when you have a battle like that, you just give 5 more percentage, just a little bit more, because you don't want to lose. You don't want to lose, right, Taka? You don't want to lose. No, to be honest, I think you had me last time. I think you beat me last time. I think I'm quite sure I remember that. And the reason why I remember, because I was crying the rest of the day. I couldn't sleep at night because I was thinking, oh, Taka beat me today. And I was like, next time. I've been training for 2 weeks for this specific day to get you. All right, 3 seconds and we are entering the red zone for 15 seconds, just 15 seconds into red. Let's go, 10 more seconds. And get ready to drop back down into the green zone. 3, 2, 1, and green zone. In between 70 and 85 RPMs, but right now we are at resistance 2, so go ahead, add on resistance. In between 70 and 85 for the next 2 minutes. And I don't know if you remember how it felt when we started with a 5 minutes push at resistance 2, green zone, but I can tell you that much. I remember green zone much easier than it is right now. And that's exactly because we are starting to feel the fatigueness like I promised. It's just a completely different feeling. You should be able to hold it right now. It shouldn't be that hard, but it should be a different feeling in your legs right now. A feeling of they've been moving today, which is totally fine, because that's also what's gonna get them stronger. Because after this class, when you fuel up, have some good nutrition, eat a little bit, that recovery process is gonna start. The muscles are gonna start to rebuild themselves. And because this was an endurance game, we're gonna rebuild some more long muscle fibers. Because the longer muscle fibers, those are the muscle fibers that will make you go forever. They can hold it for quite a long time. They might not be as good when you are sprinting, but they will build up your endurance over time. So that's exactly what we want. 20 seconds. All right, get ready to enter yellow zone. 3, 3, 2, 1, and in between 90 and 100 RPMs, that is our yellow zone. We got 3 more minutes of this class. 3 more minutes of good fun. We got 60 seconds in between 90 and 100 RPMs. And when these next 50 seconds has passed, we're gonna do the same thing, jumping into the top end of the yellow zone in between 100 and 110 before we finish it off with a red zone sprint. And then we're done for today. There you go. All right. And Targa, promise me that you leave it all out there. We are getting more and more tired right now. But when we are hitting that last sprint, we want that last bit out. It's a 10 out of 10 effort. All right, get ready to enter top end of the yellow zone in between 100 and 110. We are going there for 45 seconds. 45 seconds in between 100 and 110. And Targa, listen closely. In 30 seconds, we got a 1 minute red zone push to finish this class off with. And if you find it hard to hold red zone for 1 minute, just go for the low end of the red zone, just above 110 RPMs, and then just finish off with a sprint. A 10 out of 10. Just leave it out there and I'm all good. Targa, it's been a pleasure. Let's do this. 1 minute into the red zone. Last push of the day. Yeah, exactly. Let's launch that rocket. Let's get it going. We've been playing around the soup all day. Let's taste it. Let's get it. All the way now. 30 seconds. 20 seconds. With 10 seconds to go, just close your eyes and push 10 out of 10. All you got in 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. Last push of the day. 5, 3, 2, 1. And loosen up on that resistance. Woo. I feel like that heart came too early, Target. You were ready to stop right there. Oh, we're finally done. No, I'm just kidding. I'm happy that we're done as well. Woo. Amazing job, Target. As always, you are absolutely killing it. So freaking proud of you. Doing amazing progress right there. And just, that's really what it's about. We are all on different bikes. We are different places in our lives. We got a different starting point, but as long as you personally are doing some progress, enjoying yourself, having fun, that's the most important thing. Thank you, Target. Thank you for today. As always, make sure to like us on Facebook and Instagram. You can find us on @Motosumo. You can find me on Instagram as well. Target, I've done that. My name is Oliver Frankson. I do have classes on Tuesdays. So Tuesdays morning like we're at right now, and then I have 2 classes in the afternoon as well. If you don't like my classes, so fine. There's plenty of other amazing instructors. Go ahead and try some of them. They are great. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're gonna go out and have a wonderful day. Let's do one big breathing together. In and out. Last thing I want you to do is press pause in the upper hand right corner and save this class so you got all of this amazing work saved. Guys, thank you so much for today. Signing off from Copenhagen, Denmark. 5,